possible minute.
7 o'clock tomorrow night. That's your deadline. Well, a retired FBI agent just released his 4th novel. Mark Bouton uses his experience from the field to produce realistic tales of mystery and suspense in law enforcement. 13's Ryan Smith brings us the story.
Mark Bouton spent 30 years working for the FBI and now tells stories of his experiences by word and by book.
I include some of my experiences as my protagonist's background and talk about some of the cases that I worked.
He worked in cities such as Mobile, Alabama, New York City, Chicago, and even spent 11 years right here in Topeka. And it was while stationed here in the capital city, Bouton discovered a lead that helped authorities capture one of the biggest criminals in American history.
It was very gratifying because I grew up in Oklahoma, and when that happened, I thought it was so horrible. I said, I just wish I could do something to help.
Bouton got the opportunity to help when he connected a pseudonym to Timothy McVeigh. That connection ultimately led to McVeigh's arrest for the Oklahoma City bombings.
And I felt like I was able to play a part in solving the case.
And it's the work he did in those places that gives him a unique perspective for writing.
So I know how police operate. I've contacted thousands and thousands of criminals and talked with them. So if I see a scene in my head in my books that I'm going into a pool hall or whatever, I know who will be there and how they talk.
Bouton spent a couple hours enlightening readers on his newest book, The Second Savior.
You start reading and you can't stop because you know the next page is going to be even more interesting than the one you're on.
It features 2 homicide detectives set in LA's gangland. Readers say it's his extensive knowledge on local and national law enforcement that makes his book so enjoyable.
Everything he has learned in his job makes all of his stories better.
Ryan Smith, 13 News.
And they could have held that